Page 5 now. NFL Week 6, and still many players do not stand for the flag. Yep, the National Football League's anti-American scandal continues to mushroom, and the league is feeling the heat. Television ratings this season are down at least 7% compared to the same period in 2016. But get this, the ratings are down a whopping 18% from the 2015 season. This as the instigator, Colin Kaepernick, files a grievance against the NFL, accusing the owners of colluding to not hire him. Darn straight, why would any owner want someone on their team who wears pig socks, anti-police socks, in front of little impressionable children? It's a disgrace. But there's even more fallout now. Joining me now on the Daily Ledger Page 5 beat, Morgan Murtaugh. And Morgan, each day this does more and more damage to the National Football League. I think each day more and more Americans join the boycott. And I have to say that each day I believe that the damage is getting more and more solidified, as in permanent.
Yeah, Graham, you would think that the NFL would have learned its lesson by now, especially looking at Kaepernick's painfully sad lack of career. But we are now in Week 6, and there are still players protesting the flag. This weekend's cream of the crop come from the Miami Dolphins, San Francisco 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs, and Oakland Raiders. But it doesn't end there. Feeling the need to defend themselves and their fellow protesters, Malcolm Jenkins of the Philadelphia Eagles and retired wide receiver Anquan Boldin released this video.
One of the many things that make our country great is that it was founded on the idea of justice for all. And we feel that it's our responsibility to take a stand against the injustices that we see happening in America right now.
This season, I'll be raising my fist to take a stand for racial equality and a much-needed reform to our criminal justice system.
We're playing against policies and practices that reinforce the cycle of poverty in the communities that need the most help. We want to put an end to the money bail system, which unjustly punishes the poor.
We're fighting to pass clean slate legislation in the state of Pennsylvania that would automatically seal nonviolent misdemeanor records after 10 years.
We're looking for police accountability so we can rebuild trust and work together to make our community safer.
These are bipartisan issues.
I have police in my family.
I have military in my family.
This is about lifting up our communities and treating them with the dignity and support that they deserve.
We invite all Americans to join us as we talk about these issues.
Honestly, they can defend themselves all that they want, but at the end of the day, the NFL ratings have continued to falter, as you said, because their fans still see this as a huge sign of disrespect.
Okay, a couple things here. First of all, when you raise your fist clenched like that, it's a sign of black power, which is by nature anti-American. It's going against our representative republic, our constitutional republic. That's number one. Number two, bail. Bail, that happens to be enshrined in the Constitution. It happens to be part of the Bill of Rights. And for these people to come on television, look in the camera and say, well, I have relatives who are in the police force, that is absolutely a non sequitur. These people are attacking our civil society, specifically our police, accusing them of doing nefarious things when there's absolutely no systemic evidence of that. Now, that brings us to the advertisers. You've done a little digging, right?
Yes, I have.
We wanted to profile a few of them, and one of them was Federal Express, right?
Yes, FedEx. I reached out to several companies, and FedEx was the only one that gave me their statement. They said, honoring and respecting our country and service members is critically important to FedEx. We respect the rights of athletes and all Americans to free speech and the ability to raise awareness about important issues. As sponsors of the National Football League, we are encouraging the league teams and players to open dialogue about the issues and that have resulted in the recent protests to identify a path forward that will return focus to the amazing and entertaining competition on the field.
See, now I wonder if they would mind at FedEx if their employees all of a sudden, let's say FedEx is delivering a package to this network and their employee all of a sudden started pontificating free speech in our lobby. I wonder how long FedEx took a knee in our lobby. I wonder how long FedEx would put up with that. Now, there is recourse here, and you have some information on how people can get a hold of FedEx?
Yes, I do. They can call FedEx at the number listed on their screen. They can also visit FedEx.com. For those who don't know, FedEx extended their contract with the NFL earlier this year, so this is important.
Okay, and McDonald's also is a major advertiser?
Yes, McDonald's. They can also call this 1-800 number on their screen and reach out to McDonald's NFL.com. They have also, I think that conservatives need to put their money where their mouth is, because the only way to get the people to walk is with their money.
And one more is Pepsi.
Yes.
And Pepsi is interesting because it owns a lot of sub-companies that are also independent advertisers with the NFL, correct?
Yes. PepsiCo owns Gatorade, Lay's, Doritos, Tostitos, Cheetos, and Quaker Oats. And they can contact PepsiCo at the 1-800 number on their screen or on their website.
All right, and we're going to, Morgan, can you put those numbers on our social media?
Yes, I can.
Facebook and Twitter. In case people didn't get to write those down, we'll put those on Facebook. And I should point out, I went to a restaurant last night for a little dinner, and there was a football game on. I asked the person at the restaurant to change the channel to the baseball game because I'm participating in a boycott of the NFL, and a cheer went out through the area that heard me ask the person to do that. So I believe this boycott is working. It's having some teeth. It's having an effect. They weren't cheering me. They were cheering the boycott. And I think the NFL better look out, because this is causing permanent damage. Morgan, thanks.